was disappointed, Michael, with myself that I still hadn't got hold of Ong.
Yeah.
ONG. It was question.
Mm,
I thought we did all that, Ong.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know why I left it out. 9, but
I left it out as well.
So did I, and I was so cross when I saw it in there and realised I should have put it in.
Yeah.
Nobody remembered to put on.
Yeah.
But we did
we'll go through it again.
Okay.
Okay.
Never mind. I put that form intentionally. It's not like tricking you, but I just thought you might strike out with that.
Yeah.
You see, that's the nature of learning a language. You see, when I was studying the English language and some grammatical structures, I studied one structure and then I understood it and I could make sentences out of it. But after 2 or 3 days, let's say after a week, then I got mixed up again. And then I had to look back on the notes and see it again and again. That's the way it is when you learn a language.
That's very comforting.
Yeah, I'm not comforting. I'm just sharing my experience.
Well, it comforts me. Yeah.
That is the nature of a language.
Yeah.
Sometimes a certain construction, you can make a certain sentence, but some little variation in the form and the structure may get you confused. So the same is true with English, because you speak English and you don't know any problem we had gone through.
Yeah.
Like for non-native speakers of English. So we have experienced a lot of similar problems, like the ones you are going through. So it's quite normal.
Thank you.
What I am really satisfied and I'm pleased is the nature of the language. You understand the nature of the language. All you have to do is, like I was just saying, just a little details, like on, how, when, and where to put on, and here and hiataka, right? The here and there. So these things sometimes get you confused, but yeah, it is not strange. No wonder. I'm not surprised.
I was encouraged the other day when we were in a meeting with the guys in the church, and they were talking, and there were quite a number of things that I could then begin to understand a fair amount of. So that was helpful.
Yep.
So understanding is a good start.
You understand the way the language flows, and then you come to grab it and make your own.
Yeah.
First, we must first understand, and then okay.
Yeah, that works a bit with Terim Chin as well. It's seeing it written. Those words are becoming recognizable.
And the more you listen to Teizang people speak, and the more you will know that you understand the language. You see, in terms of English, for us, the people in Myanmar, as non-native speakers of English, we learned English as a subject at high school and middle school, and ever since let's say the primary school. And when you write a letter, and then a lot of people in Myanmar, we we can get the general understanding of the sentence, what you write. But when you speak, then it's very difficult for us to understand. That's the difference between the written language and the spoken language. So in Teizang, now we learn like we say like letters. Then, but I choose the words and the structure as close as the spoken one. So when you hear people speak, and then that will remind you of some things you have learned, and you will get to know better. So it will be very helpful to have a practice or a practice partner, like we were discussing the other week. Let's say you have a friend from Munlai or Songpei or something, and then you speak to them and then make corrections where necessary. That's the most effective and the quickest way.
Sure.
For us, the people in Myanmar, we didn't have that chance, because to practice English, it is very difficult for us, because we don't have English friends, and so that's why the people in Myanmar, even though we understand the language, we are not able to speak the language as fluent as we can read or write. But you have better chances, I suppose, because you have close contacts with the members, your church members in Myanmar, Munlai, and Pidota, Khomnoi, Songpei. So you have better chances than us.
I think Rhoda, the men have more chances than us, don't they? Because they're in constant.
Yeah. I was thinking that. Yeah, and also there are more men that speak English and would understand us than there are women. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, by the way, are we waiting for Steve or not?
Sorry,
No, sorry, he's not able to make it today. I should have told you. You probably weren't on the email he sent. I don't know, but
Yeah. Okay then. Why don't we start with any questions you might have, or you might already have? I suppose you have come today with some questions.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Number
let's start.
two.
Okay.
Number two. Who is that woman over there? I thought
yes.
I needed a word for over there.
Yeah.
which we didn't have.
Over there, and there is the same in Teizang.
Okay.
So you see, over there. Oh, sorry. Over there is here or Yataka. I suppose you are familiar with this word, Yataka. In our first or second lesson.
Yeah, it is vaguely familiar. Sorry.
Yeah. So over there is here or Yataka. Sometimes you put H, Yataka. Here, okay? Here, there. But if it is here, then the word is here. We put H at the end.
Okay.
So that is the difference between there and here. So here is here, and there is here, a longer sound, a longer stress. Here or Yataka. So who is that woman over there? Then who is Kwa? Okay. And that woman would be hia nu.
So,
Okay.
so here is also here and that are here.
Yeah.
Ah.
That hia, this hia is very is the same as there. Hia. Okay. Right here, over there is hia, and that is also hia.
Okay.
You see, that shows that the person is not it's a little bit far from you. So the distance, it shows the distance. So that is not around you. Okay. So in times of this, that woman and over there, we have double here in Teizang. So since you have double here, you use only one here. So let me write in Teizang. Here nu gua a. That's it. This here and this over there here can be used as one word.
Okay.
Or if you want to emphasize over there, then you can say like this. Here tak a nu. Here without here. This here tak means over there. Woman over there. Then you don't say that. Here taka is over there. And nu is woman. So that and over there can be used as one word, like here. This here can show that or over there. So instead of having two similar words here, we just use one time. Here takanu means that woman over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it.
And you say gua.
On that same question,
Okay.
could it have been said? Would it have been okay to put it round the other way, with the question first?
Gua. So you mean
Who are here?
Gua. Who is?
Yeah.
Then ya
Mhm.
takanu. Gua ya takanu. Yes, it is possible.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I
Right.
told you the other day, you can start with the question word or the noun.
Yeah. So,
Okay, then let's go to the next question.
well, I had a similar question for number one, which is, where is the word now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The English is who is, right?
Who is what? Yeah, watching TV now.
TV now.
Yeah.
Then now, now means now shows the present situation. So in Teizang, Guan, TVN, okay. Guan is
Mhm.
who is, TVN, watching TV, and who's watching TV. So when you say who's watching TV without now, then it is already obvious that the situation is right now.
Oh,
Okay. Right.
That's why you don't necessarily need to say now. But if you want to emphasize the word now, then you can say tun.
Yeah, got it.
Or tulai tak. Tulai tak or tun. These two words are the words for now.
Okay.
And then sometimes you can put this time word at the beginning of a sentence, a question. So tun kuan TV na. Who's watching TV now? Tulai tak kuan TV na. The same. It's up to you.
okay.
You can say, you can mention, or you can just leave it out.
Mhm.
Because who's watching TV, then you can see that the situation is present.
Yeah. On that
That's
same
it.
question,
Okay.
sorry, on that same question, I would have said that if you'd asked me, if you hadn't put the N in for watching, I would have thought I had in my vocabulary that it was nai, N-A-I.
N-A-I.
Watching. No?
Watch as a noun.
Ah. Okay.
Now
Right.
this is what this watch. Now the watch is a verb.
Yeah.
Then we
Mhm.
say in.
All right. Thank you.
And any more question?
Yeah, I've got one number 3, but I'm just trying to work out what I mean. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had Sing Kung, which is
Yeah.
under the tree, the wrong way round.
So let me just repeat the English word. Who? The English sentence for number 3.
Who are those people under? Who are those people under the tree? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've realised why I got it wrong. I missed out the Nua, Sing Kang Nua for under the tree. No, I missed out that. But I also wondered where those was, but you've explained that, I think.
Under is Noi.
Mm-hmm.
Noya, okay?
Yeah.
And tree is Singkung.
Right, and we didn't need to put anything in for those because
those
is all in who's, yeah.
Well, those people in Gua, they are. Gua is who, okay? But we're asking for the plural noun. Then we put Gua they are. Okay, there we put there to show the plural. Gua are is one person who, and Gua there means a plural noun. So then, who are those people? What they are? Then those shows direction, or it's like the one that and those shows the distance.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, we would say that we start with the place.
Here.
Yeah. Xinggung Nuaya. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There. Gua a. Or you can say Gua de a.
Yeah. It's again, you don't need a word in Teizang for those. Where we would put another word, yeah.
It's not taking everything literally as we see it, is it? That's the problem.
Yeah,
not word for word.
Let's look at the English sentence. Those, like say it modifies the people. But in Teizang, those show the distance. That's why here Xinggung Noya. Then it's like people under the tree over there.
Yeah, same thing with the number 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You just have to imagine somebody saying it and using their hand, don't you? Pointing. Or
number 7, is that, or are we leaping on?
Yeah, that's fine.
What number 7, Michael? I think I may have picked up something from what you've already said on here. If you've got here already, you don't need to use it again. I did that with Siam because I put an extra Siam in for can. Who can understand my problem? So I put Kuan Buina Tal Siam Siam. Oh, we've lost Michael.
Oh,
Again.
hello. Well
hello
done.
again.
Well done indeed.
Yeah.
I happen to have a power generator. That's
Ah.
better.
Very good.
For you. Michael, I was just asking about number 8. Sorry, number 7. Number 7.
Who can
And
understand?
I put Siam in twice.
Yeah.
Calcium
Read the question.
and Siam.
So the English sentence, who can drive, right?
Who
You
can?
can understand my problem.
Oh, yeah.
It is in 5 as well, though, for who can drive.
Hmm.
My problem. Understand. So first you must know the word for understand.
Tell.
Understand is
Tell.
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 And when you put can and understand, we put siam. This siam is for can.
Mhm.
Tell siam can understand. So who is Guan? My problem? Ka Buena. Tell siam ah. So Ka is my, Buena is problem. So who is Guan? So you see the question for who is this Guan and this ah. The combination of these two words makes up who.
I've got it.
So Ka Buena is the noun, okay? And Del Siam is the can understand. So in English it would seem like who my problem can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed out my car.
Yeah.
And I also put in an extra Siam because I thought I had to put in another word for can.
No.
Okay.
So in English, when you put this can or will, which we call the modal auxiliary, you put right after the verb. But in Teizang, we put after. Sorry, you put before the verb, but we put after the verb.
Okay.
So in English, can see would be, we start with the main verb, mu, and say or siam. Can drive would be the verb the verb drive is hol, that can is siam. Hol siam. Can speak is the verb for speak is bao, okay, and can would be siam. So in English you put can before the verb. Can see, can drive, can speak. But in Teizang we put after the verbs.
Got it. Thank you.
Welcome. And on to the next question.
I think that's mine done.
Number 9. But I think we've covered it because it was on there that
Ong.
Yeah.
This tricky ong.
tricky on.
Oh, actually, I do have one question on those two.
Yeah.
For 8, question 8, question 9, and question 10, the verb, the action words came not second to Quan, but on my number 9, we've got who gave you a present. I put Qua letsong pia, but it. Oh no, that's not why I got it wrong. Sorry, I put. That wasn't why I got it wrong. I'm okay.
Is who gives a present?
Yeah.
But you don't mention to whom.
No. And you say present first. Kwan present. Yeah. Yeah.
So
sorry.
Let's try to cover that. Ong. When you say ong, I, the subject would be I, and the object would be you. So in this sense, you use ong. First, I will help you. Okay? I will help you. So the subject is I, and the object is you. Then you say ong. Who is help? Well is dong a. Here, this ong is used because it is a combination of the subject I and the object you. Ong hu dong a. When the subject is I and the object is you put ong to in place of these two words. Ong. It can be I will to you. In another sense, when you is the object, or let's say you is the subject and me is the object, then we use ong again. So you will see me. Then you can say ong mu do day. When the subject is you will, in the future tense, we use do day. Then this ong shows that the subject is me. This is another way of using ong. And then, when the object is you or to you, then we use ong. So
that's the case here in number 9.
Yeah, number 9.
Yeah.
Who
Okay.
gave you a present, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who gave you a present? So you know who is one. Object, present, letsong, right? Yeah. So, Guan, letsong pia. When you write this, it means who gave a present. You don't mention the object. But the object is you, like to you or towards you, then you put ong.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So in 3 cases we use ong. The subject I and the object you. Okay. Then the subject you and the object me, we use ong.
Yeah.
Let's say in this second sense, help me. So, where is the subject? Who is the subject?
Me.
Me.
Me. I say help me, and you are the one to help me.
No,
You are the understood subject.
Oh yeah,
not
yeah.
mentioned. So me, ong, hu, ve. Right? We put ong because you, even though I don't say you help me, just I say help me, and you are the one to help. That's why that falls into this frame. You and me. You to me. Then we use ong, hu, ve. So does that answer your question, Rhoda?
Yeah, it does. I just hope I keep all that now. Yeah, it does. Yeah, thank you.
Không đọc.
Yeah.
I relied on Na to get me through the you in who gave you a present. But I
Yeah,
can
that's what
understand
I.
the weakness, yeah,
Okay.
and why it's wrong.
When do we use na?
At the end,
Yes.
when
When we use na, and the subject should be you. For example, did you see? So right here, this you is the subject, and the who is asking the object, right? In this sense, we use gua, mu, na. Na is the subject you.
Yeah.
So who gave you a present? Then this you is the object. That's why we say Guan let's song on Pia. But if you say Guan let's song Pia na. If you say na, and the English word should be who did you give? It should be like this. Then the subject, the word would be Gua. Sorry. Let's song Pia na.
Yeah.
The reason we use na is because the subject is you.
Okay, that's made it clear. Thank you.
I'm
So
not very good
somehow,
at these subjects and objects.
yes, some of that has to become natural to us without having to think about subjects and objects automatically. That's tough.
Yeah. You see, in English, there is no such thing in English. That's the problem. Even though the subject is you and the subject is me, it doesn't make any sense in the form of the sentence. You just put you and me and you and me, that's it. But in Teizang, it does have great impact on the structure of the sentence. This is I would say, the uniqueness. Okay. So, any more questions?
No, I think that's okay.
Not from me.
And
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think on initial thinking with who, it'll always be a little bit of a challenge as to whether it's Kua or Kwan.
Gua, Guan.
But,
Okay.
yeah. But we'll get there.
Yeah. So, who can be Gua and Guan, right? This is a very good question. Who is? Who are? When you ask questions such, like this, use Gua. And this Guan, it includes action. So, like who, the verb. Then we use Guan.
Yeah.
Guan is it stands for Gua, in, the combination of these two words.
So that helps a lot. That really helps me because I know I should be looking for in with actions all the time. So thank you. Yeah, that clarifies that.
Good.
We've seen that with Kayin and Ken, things like that.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Ken.
Yeah.
It's
another one of those.
The same pattern.
Yeah.
Gay. When you say gay, it shows me as the object. Or like let me write it. I am. I am gay, gay, and also me as the object. So let me write the example. I am a doctor. Then you say gay ben chia vun he ing. He ing means am to show your status or your being. Okay, the type of person you are. You are like your occupation. So gay ben xia wen he. I am a doctor. So in this I am sentence we use gay, gay, gay. And the second example, let me write another second. I am. You see, remember there is no action in the sentence. I am a, let's say, pastor. Then the same way you use gay. You can say or omit this ben, okay? Gay ben pastor he ing. You can just leave it out. It's optional.
Mm-hmm.
Then when the me as the object we use gay. So Jesus loves me. Here, me is the object. That's why they su in gay on et. Here, gay as the object, me. In this sense, we use gay. And gen shows action. Okay, so here I saw David. So I is the one who has the action. So in this sentence, you say, "Can David, sorry, can David move? I saw David." Here in this sentence, I is followed by the action verb. I is followed by another verb, like action. Then we use can. Then I bought a new car. So here I is the subject, the owner of the action. Then we say can. Can motor sak li. Sak is new, okay? Motor sak means new car. I new car bought. So when I is followed by another verb, I mean other than am is are, we use can. When this I is followed by I am, it is like I am, then you say gay, gay, and then me as the object, we use gay again.
Mhm.
So we use gay in two sense, in two situation. The first, I am, then we say gay, and then me as the object, we say gay. But I is followed by other verbs rather than I am. Then we use can.
That is very helpful. Thank you very much. Because the using action instead of a verb is more helpful to me, because to me the verb is to be. So when you say verb, I'm thinking, oh, to be is a verb, but it's not an action verb. You're right. So action is a much more useful description to know when to use the different ways.
Except for verb be, we use can. And when it is used with the verb be, then gay, we use gay. I am I am, let's say I am married. Then you say, "Kay ben zini." I am a teacher. Kay ben sia. I am a pastor. Kay ben pasta. But when this I is used with other verbs, you see, other than am, then we say ken.
Yeah.
But we have some exception like, oh sorry, for instance, I live in Munai. Then this live doesn't function as the action, so we say kay lai a. Then we don't say ken. When this I does something to somebody or someone, then we use ken. Here, I invited Nancy. Let's say I invited Nancy. This I does something to the object. Then when this I does something to the object, then we say ken. Nancy some. This ken shows that the word I does something to the object. When this I doesn't do anything to the object, then we say gay. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
That's
you.
very helpful. Yeah, and it would probably help me to be thinking K within. I've got to shorten that to Ken. So the action within. Yeah.
See, we have like in English, we have some shortened word. Ken is in. Nang can be nang in. Aman, not a man, okay? Ama in.
Yeah.
So, no. Sorry. Gay, nang, aman. Go is go in, like we. Amao. Amao in, okay? Amao in, like amao in is they. Sometimes you just say without this in. Amao. And these are the pronoun, the contraction for pronoun. If you want to say noun, like kapan. Kapan. Kanu. You know that Kanu is my mother, right?
Yeah.
But when you say Kanun, it is like Kanu in. We put N, the letter N, to shorten.
Great. Thank you.
So, any more questions?
No.
Nope.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Did Steve do his homework is my last question.
Okay.
Did Steve do his homework?
Oh yeah, he did.
Good. Okay.
He did quite well. Did he send me an email about his not being able to make the class?
Yeah, I think you were on it, Michael.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yeah, you copied on it.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't until
11.
maybe, what time for you? 20 past 6.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
10 past 6, sorry.
Okay. Then when I will give a hint for the homework I'm going to give. When can be 직, or 직지양 or 아이훈. When 직아 직지양 아이훈아. So the Teizang, we have three words.
Hmm.
We have 3 words for when. So the first one, when is this is the first form. 직지양아, we start with 직지양아. So then the English would be, when is your birthday? Then in Teizang, you can say 직지양아 na suotni. Suotni, na suotni. Na is your, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Suot is bird. Ni is day, birthday. Na suotni. 직지양아 na suotni. When is the wedding? Then we start with the when. 직지양아. Sorry. Mo boy. 직지양아 mo boy. Mo boy is wedding. You see, the single word boy can mean any type of party or festival. Party, festival in general. But when you combine with mo boy, then it's like a wedding.
Michael, the order of that sentence is the same as the English, isn't it?
Ah, yes. For when? For
Mm.
when?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, English. Unlike the other question words.
Mm.
Very funny. So another one. When is let's say, when is your when is When is the meeting? Let's say. Then we should just say 직장 a. Then, like the other question word, you can just change the order. So 직장하는 수원이, or you can start with your birthday when. 내 수원이 직장아. Okay. When is the wedding? When is the wedding? So wedding is mo boy, 직장아, or 직장아, mo boy. You can just change the order. You can start with the question words, or you can start with the noun. It's your choice. When you start with the question word, it's like the order is like English.
Okay. Can I just ask you about pronunciation there? The letter C in
C,
is ch.
ja.
And the same in chiang.
직장.
Okay.
So your upper teeth and your lower teeth make them touch. 직장.
Okay.
직장. Your front tooth plays a very important role in this pronunciation.
Just when it got somewhere.
If you happen to lose your front tooth.
Yes, not good. Not good just before you go to bed.
So if you find it hard to pronounce this, you can just say Aihun. Okay. Say.
And again, these are interchangeable.
Yeah, interchangeable.
It's not too hard to pronounce. It's better than NG.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. NG would be the hardest one, the toughest one for you.
Yeah.
Since you don't have that sound. So for people in Myanmar, like the Teizang people, we find it very hard to pronounce the R. Okay, the R. And the PH. Because we don't use this sound. For example, right. Some people would say light.
Oh.
And loader.
Loader.
Yeah.
Chinese have the same difficulty.
And we don't use the T sound. Instead of the T, we use this sound. That's why people would say Tony.
Yeah.
Right? Tony. They won't say Tony.
Yeah.
They will say Tony. When I first heard your name, Rhoda, from my aunt, I didn't understand. I didn't quite get what the spelling of the name would be, because my aunt used to say Loda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And David Gray, the name for David Gray, my aunt used to say David D. And when I first heard Andy's name, as my aunt would say, N. I thought it's a shortened.
Indeed. Yes,
Very good.
indeed.
I just thought the name is short for something.
Pronunciation of R in English gets a little bit more complicated with an H after it.
Yeah.
So it makes it even more difficult, I guess, for Teizang speakers.
Yeah. So for you, the NG would be a challenging one.
Yeah.
And my problem with it is trying to remember what you're saying about getting the noise coming from your throat and keeping your tongue still. And that's okay, but then I want to say every other word that comes up afterwards in the same way. I cannot adjust my mouth quickly enough to get back to how it should be. So now I've got to get my teeth together. I was like, oh, hang on.
You see,
take me a week.
The position of your throat is different. I mean, from my position, because you're used to sounding like English, and then the position is your throat position is used to the English sound, making the English sound.
Yeah.
So it's new to making a different sound. That's why.
So I play these in my car when I'm going along, and I'm saying them out loud, and just trying to get a few words together is so tough at times. But yeah, you're right. It's not natural.
The same is true with English. When non-speakers of English learn the English sound, we would usually say repeat the tongue twister. So, for example, the B and the B sound.
Yeah.
Betty boats a better bit of butter, like this. We used to repeat quite often. We had to do several times. So one thing that I found very difficult is let's see. Yes. Okay. I used to make my students say this. So like the car, the ta, and the ta, the car, ta, car. So these are very helpful to train our throat and the position of our chin and tongue. So the king cooked the carrot and the queen cut the cake, like this.
Very good.
Now you need to make some up for us now with NG.
Yeah, I will.
I
I will try to come up with some sentences.
Oh dear.
That'll be good.
Train you like I used to train my student.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the word. When is fast. When is okay, and then this when is followed by the subject and the other verb. Like in English we use the helping verb, we say the auxiliary, and the subject and the verb. Then
sorry, Michael, what did you say HV stood for there?
The HV, as we know, is the auxiliary verbs. Like so let me explain. We simply say the helping verbs.
Oh, helping verb. Okay.
The helping verbs are the verb to do and the verb to have, the to have family, and the verb to be, and the modal. We say the modal auxiliaries can, will, shall. So they all come under this category.
Thank you. I needed that.
We simply say them helping verbs.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm sure you don't use that way.
Well, whatever we use, I hadn't got it, so that helps me. Thank you.
It's written in the grammar book published by Cambridge University.
You're actually helping us in our understanding of English, Michael.
I missed that. I missed that lesson at school.
Okay. So yeah, because we the reason we say helping verb is that these verbs don't function on their own. That's why they combine with other verb, other main verb. For instance, like when did you? Okay, when did you arrive? Here we use the verb did, right? And this verb alone doesn't have any specific meaning. It functions together with the main verb.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we call it helping verb.
Mm.
It is just
Thank you.
helping the verb arrive.
Yeah.
So when you see in sentences, when the question when is followed by this like the subject and the verb, then you can say jika or aihuna. So jika arrive is tungna. Jika tungna. When did you arrive? Or you can simply say aihuna tungna. You remember the reason why we stop the question with na, because the subject is you. In question, when the subject is you, we end with na. So when did you arrive can be jika tungna or aihuna tungna. So the word when is like jika or aihuna, interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
And when let's say, when do you read the Bible? Then when is jika. The Bible we first come the object, okay? Jika the Bible is lai xiang tou, the verb read sim and do you na. Jika lai xiang tou sim na. Or in place of jika you can use ai una. Yeah. This jika and ai una, you can use either one you like.
So aihuna
Yeah, ai una.
could be used all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
All the time, and you can always say jika.
Is there any point of preference, Michael, like formal,
No.
more friendly or anything? Just
No,
nothing.
nothing. People
Okay.
people just use them any when they like, and no
Okay.
difference in meaning or formality. Jika aihuna. That's why I used to say the Teizang people, they are very verbose.
Yes. Complicated.
Yeah.
Mm.
Since we can say only with only one word, we have multiple words for the question. When.
Well, that's a bit of English as well.
So can I don't want to divert you from your main purpose here, but if I said I enjoy it when I read the Bible, is that the same word, jika? No.
This jika and jiang aihuna, these are just for questions.
Only for questions. Okay,
And then,
thank you.
so the sentence I enjoy it, right? When I read the Bible, right?
Yeah.
Then in this sentence, the word for when would be hun, a, or jiang alone.
Okay.
We use like the conjunction word to
Yeah,
connect
yeah.
the two simple sentences. Then in this place we use huna, like siento kasim jiang, kasim huna nomsa.
That's
Yeah.
helpful because it has a relationship to the question word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you use it in question, you put jik
Yeah.
jiang and I huna.
Great. Thank you.
So we will cover these conjunctions later lesson, but not now.
Sorry.
So when do you read the Bible? Then, so what time? What time do you go to bed? Let's say. So the what time is also asking the time, right? And when and what time in English they are not the same. Okay. When I say what time do you go to bed, I'm asking the exact time, the exact hour. And if I say when, and it's not very specific. So when do you go to bed and what time do you go to bed? What is the difference between those two sentences?
Mean the
When
same.
do you go to bed? When do
In
you go to
English,
bed? What time do you go to bed?
Could mean the same in English.
Yeah, same.
Mm.
well, it could mean that what time you're being more precise, because when you go to bed, you might say at night time in the evening.
Exactly.
Mm.
So, in my understanding, when can ask some part of a day. Okay, when can ask part of the day, and what time is the exact time, the exact hour, like 10:30, 11, like that.
So an example for that would be, when do you have your main meal?
Exactly.
What time do you have your main meal is a different question.
What time did the meeting start last night? Okay. What time did the meeting start? Then the exact time, asking the exact time. And like, when do you usually watch TV? Then the answer could be, the possible answer would be, I usually watch TV in the evening or in the afternoon. So when is more likely to ask the part of the day. But I don't know how you use it. That's how I learned.
If you ask somebody when is the meeting, they may say Wednesday. But if you said what time is the meeting, then you'd have to be specific. Yeah,
that's the point. So when's the meeting? They say Wednesday, but in that very Wednesday, there are so many possible times in the morning, like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1.
Yeah.
So not specific time.
And
what time means 8:30, very specific.
Yeah.
What time asks for specific time word, and when is less specific words. But in Teizang, we use the same word, jikjiang, aihuna, the same. But when somebody asks you the exact hour of a time, they will say like this: Nai aiza, nai aiza. At what time? Nai za. So, what time do you get up? Then, I'm asking the exact hour of time, right? So I would say, Nai za. So na. So is get up. Get up in the morning. Okay. So Nai za is at what time? I'm asking. I'm asking the exact time you get up. So the answer would be at 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m. So Naiza is at what time of a watch or a clock?
Sorry, Michael. I shouldn't be asking this. I know, but why is in there after Naiza?
Not Aiza. This can be can function at the preposition of time. At.
Okay.
We use quite a lot in many situations, and we will see on the way.
Yeah.
As we go along, we will see.
So is get up.
Yep. So. In English, when you say so, it's like so.
Yeah.
But in Teizang, we start low and go high. So.
So.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
Like carving pattern.
So. Have you noticed in English how people are using so all the time before they start a sentence? I don't know why that's coming.
They just use the so as a filler.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
when they don't come up with anything to say, and they just don't want to pause.
Exactly right.
So you see, you see the American people, they love using like it's like all the time. We call them fillers.
It's very good. I remember that word.
And some people might say, and some people start with, well,
You've got us weighed up.
we had to learn as non-native speakers to sound more natural.
Yeah, authentic.
Okay, so what time did the light go out or go off? Out or off? Out, right? Go out.
Yeah.
So you don't say in the morning or at night or things like that. You say in your answer you say the exact hour, because the question is asking the specific time, very precise one. So May is the light, mid is go out. Okay.
Yep.
What time did the light go out? Like the sound of fillers in English. That is Well, so this when, just remember this Jiang Aihuna, and when you say what time, then in Teizang, Nai Aiza A. That's it. So I will come up with some homework again.
Thank you.
Good.
Based
Thank you.
based on this when.
Okay.
That would be good.
Then we will discuss again and make all things clear again.
We'll discuss the little tricks you've put in.
Yeah.
That's very helpful, Michael. Thank you.
Thank